It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter. Scott Callie.
I was at Walmart too, and I forgot to pick up something else. So, thanks to David, I'm stuck with.
One more time, just for good measure. Yeah.
I got my little finger up when I did it, though, so it's good.
Makes it dainty.
Yeah, makes it dainty.
Dainty.
A little dainty.
A little bit on the dainty side.
Why don't you make that stretching noise you were making a minute ago right before we went live?
What stretching noise?
Yeah, I heard you.
I didn't make no noise. How's your weekend?
Busy.
We'll talk about the big highlight after a while, but other than that, how was your weekend?
It was good. It was still busy. We went out of town, and then Sunday I had to meet the girls wrestling team at Walmart. We were buying some gifts for some kids and stuff as a group, so we got that done and went back to school and got everything wrapped up, and then went over to Dunbar, filmed the Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then finally got to chill and relax.
Just one time, or did you have to do like you did the second grade program?
No, it's just one performance. It runs about an hour, 45 minutes. But it's one performance, and they've got all the different groups involved and everything. So,
I bet it was fun.
It
what age
was.
Group kids?
Oh God, it ranged from little kids all the way up to adults.
Really?
Yeah, they had the whole variety in that show.
It was a good one.
Yeah, they definitely get everybody into it. Everybody that goes there is in the classes and stuff. They're part of it. It's pretty neat.
Pretty neat. Well, cool. Time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's how they do business all across the state with 29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. Renata Jenkins Barlow and her staff do a wonderful job in your time of grief and time of need. So let's go to the Lord in prayer. Lord, we just come to you this morning and we give you thanks. And Lord, we just pray that you will be with those that this time of the year is a struggle for them. Lord, though it's the birth of Christ that we celebrate, Lord, it's also hard on folks that have lost loved ones during this time of the season. And Lord, we just pray that you will be with them and comfort them and let them know that you are there for them as they go through the holiday season. And Lord, we just pray that you will not let them be alone. Send someone to be by their side, have them pick up a phone call and give them a call. Just be with them. Comfort them throughout this holiday season. Jesus is the reason for the season, and we just want folks to remember that he came here for us, and we thank you for that. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home.
Well, folks,
all our respect. If you don't know, a little jump in the gun there.
I hit the wrong button.
If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Just past Hospital Drive, look to your right, look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Pull in there, go talk to them about pre-planning, burial services, the cemetery in itself. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect.
Now, before we move on, you asked how my weekend was, and you just rolled on without having to talk about yours. So how was your weekend, Bob?
Peachy.
That's it. You're going to leave it at that.
It's peachy.
Busy.
We put on a few miles over the weekend, yeah.
That's good.
Let's see, we went Thursday, went to Rogers, came back. Then Friday, Tina had to go to Harrison, came back. Then Saturday morning, we got up, went back to Springdale, and came back on yesterday. So it's been a busy week for the Armada.
There you go. Put some miles on it.
Put some miles on it, that's right.
Break her in.
Had a good weekend. We went over and babysat a couple of the grandchildren because our son-in-law and daughter went to a Christmas party with his company, and the intention was to go to a birthday party for one of the other grandchildren, but that whole family got the flu, so we weren't able to go there. But we ended up having a good little time with the three that we had with us. And it was a
awesome.
good time. So
awesome.
Anyway, Now you got me all screwed up now.
I know. Hey, we're going to...
It's time for a quick word from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
That's just a good commercial.
As many times as I've seen it, because I went through and edited it, you're editing, it's going over and over and over, and then watching it play in the morning, it never gets old.
No, it's pretty cute.
It's funny.
That commercial is brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views, this is what you get to see. And I really expected it to be foggy.
I expect it to be a lot more foggy than what it is right now.
But it's pretty cool. A little hazy, a little bit cloudy, but still a clear shot. Let's go to a zoomed in shot.
It's on the City Hall. Well, nope, it's moved over.
That's the Rainbow Bridge. Still got some lights lit up on it this morning. What you're looking at is a shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. The City of Cotter's baseball field. There's Railroad Museum, the City Park, the old railroad bridge is back behind the Rainbow Bridge. And then off in the distance there, a little bit to your left, you can see that would be the city of Bull Shoals. And we'll go back to the other shot. City of Mountain Home is off to the right. State of Missouri is straight ahead. Contractors Trust is down on the river. This is a live shot. You can go there to retiredtoarkansas.net, click on live views, and see what's happening around here. This is a wonderful shot. Or you can go to the MLS listings and go check out any MLS listing in our North Central Board of Realtors MLS system. You can tell that water's moving, so that therefore it is a live shot. Not generating much this morning, so it's a little calm. It's pretty cool. Just a cool shot. Again, this shot's brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793. Let's take a look at some weather. Temperatures around the area. Mountain Home is 41, Harrison's 43, Batesville's 41, Yellville 42, Marshall 45, Salem is 38, Mountain View, Arkansas is 45, Calico Rock is 41, West Plains, Missouri 38, Springfield, Missouri 42, Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 40, and St. Louis, Missouri is 36. How you like that? It's already out. It's already moving.
Man,
the radar shot.
You're on top of it.
It's all this funny looking stuff over here, Scooter.
It's all snow, and it's all where it needs to be, over there.
No. Yep. Zoom back into the state of Arkansas. It looks pretty clear from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, Fort Smith over to Memphis. Conway and Little Rock are clear as well. Zoom in a little bit more and get this moved back into the middle. Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, Greenville, Mississippi, the whole state of Arkansas looks fairly clear for the day. So if you're traveling the great state of Arkansas, you should be clear sailing. However, on Tuesday, severe threat is going to return down Little Rock and south, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Shreveport, Jackson, Mississippi, Montgomery, Alabama, down along the Gulf Coast. Looks like they could get some pretty good storms down that area. Looking at some freeze and fog advisory, along with some heavy fog over in Oklahoma, up in Kansas, Arkansas, and Missouri are pretty clear. Louisiana, for the most part, until you get around New Orleans, but Mississippi is clear as well. Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois. Up here, where you're going sledding,
up in Wisconsin.
Gonna be doing some sledding up there.
I'm going to be doing some skiing up there.
There's no snow.
There's snow up there.
It's not warm. It's not cold enough for snow.
They'll make their own.
They make their own? You be ready for it, huh?
Yes, they will have snow. The slopes will be open.
What happened to our 7-day forecast there, Scooter?
It was right there. Right there.
Okay, there we go.
You're blind.
Patchy fog, mostly cloudy today, high 46. Low tonight 41, chance of rain. Showers all day tomorrow, high 58. Then a chance of showers and storms. Tuesday night, low 43. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 58. Wednesday night, 32. Get a little bit chilly. On Thursday, high 44, low of 28. On Friday, mostly sunny, high 40 degrees.
Chilly.
Let's go take a look at next weekend. Mostly sunny, high near 36. Low around 21. Then Sunday, mostly sunny, high near 39. So it's going to be a cold, damp week this week.
Get your winter clothes out.
Let's take a look at the lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 553.40, which is 1.40 above full pool. They are currently generating 1. Lake Bull Shoals 656.38, which is 2.62 below full pool of 659. They are currently generating 1 as well. If you'd like to check that each morning for yourself, give them a call at 870-431-5311. You'll listen to a recording, same one we listen to every morning, and they'll tell you what's going on with the lake levels and the dam report. That's been the weather and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with community happenings here in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Community happenings, Coulter Celebration of Lights still going on. Scooter, did you go over the weekend?
I have not.
Golly. And you missed
we
Mr.
were
and
too
Mrs.
busy.
Claus. Oh,
They're
never.
coming back.
Come on.
They're coming back.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah.
I heard he's going on strike.
Oh, he's going on strike. He probably is. They're keeping him so busy. He had 2 spots to be at in Mountain Home before, and then another one. And
Yeah?
yeah, he's probably about done.
Just a little bit on the business
Going
side.
on strike. That is wrong to say. There's kids listening. Santa Claus is not going on strike, guys. Don't listen to Bob.
How do you know?
That's just mean.
The Grinch.
Yes, bah humbug.
Yeah. This weekend on Saturday, the city of Cotter will be Tour of the Lights in Cotter. Christmas tree and house decoration contest is going on. But Saturday the 17th from 5 to 7, you can get pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus, Christmas carols, Polar Express conductor will be there, bonfire with s'mores and hot chocolate, goodies for the kids. It's the 2nd annual Christmas tree decorating contest. Probably be a good time. You ought to go check that out same time you go to Coulter.
There you go. Just one big swoosh and you're done.
A swoosh.
A swoosh? Never heard that.
Is that
swoosh.
French? Swoosh?
It's scooter language.
It's scooter language?
Yeah.
You have one of your own.
Oh, I have
Did
a
you
lot
know
of,
that-
lot of words. Oh.
Did you know that the city of Earl elected an 18-year-old mayor?
Yeah, you mentioned something. I think, was it Friday or something?
That's crazy.
That you were talking about that. That's awesome, though.
That's crazy.
Good job, buddy.
See how that works. Mountain Home City Planning Commission will meet today. Let's see what time that starts up. It'll be at 1 o'clock in the council chambers. They're going over some Glenbrier Commons Phase 2 for leisure homes. And there's a piece of property they're talking about at 650 Highway 62 East, 412, owned by Citadel Property Services. Or that's who representing the property is owned by Lance Manning. See what's going on with those. If you're interested in city things that are going on, go check it out. Planning Commission meeting 1 o'clock at the council chambers. Let's see here. Really, there's not a whole lot of good news on here, so we're just not going to do a whole lot. A couple school board meetings tonight. Gasville's got a zoning and planning commission tonight. Let's see what time theirs starts. Planning and zoning commission starts at 6 o'clock at Gasville at 204 South Church School Street. Send them to the wrong house.
Yeah.
Everybody be showing up. Hey, we're here for the meeting. There is no meeting.
But Bob said
204 South School Street there in Gasville. Go check it out at 6 o'clock tonight. Not a whole lot going on with the community happenings. Go out and check the Coulter Celebration of Lights tonight. Starts around 5:30, runs till 9 or 9:30. Go check it out. It's fun.
be a good night for it.
Be a good night. It'd be too chilly to do much else. So.
There you go.
All right. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Notice every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Monday Morning Sports Highlight, and Coach Dell Leonard, the Lady Bombers head basketball coach, is with us this morning. Coach, we appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You're off to a pretty good start.
A good start. It's been a lot of fun. We were just talking about our record being 7-4, and out of those 3 losses, combined 6 points. So we lost by 1, we lost by 2, and we lost by 3. So the record could easily go the other way at 8-3, 9-2, or even 10-1. And I think if you take a bad 2-minute stretch away from the Bentonville game, possibly even 11-0.
What's making the difference this team versus last year?
Well, you've got 3 seniors who've lettered for 3 years. Amelia Ruckers having as good a season as I've ever witnessed from the bench. Just unbelievable shooter's touch, and has her feet ready to shoot before she catches, and she lets it fly. And we want her to. I haven't looked at the stats, but I would say 4 threes a game, maybe more, is what she's averaging. Lauren Waymeyer has been playing for 3 years as well, down in the paint. Her experience, and when they were younger, you went through growing pains, and now you're starting to see that experience pay off. And then Cameron Mullen is our point guard, and she brings a lot to the table for us. She's a big reason why some of our kids are having such a great year offensively, because her ability to break down defenses and create open looks. So Lauren and Amelia and Cameron are having good senior years. Parker Husky is a 2-year letterman who is a junior and came up the end of her freshman year and got some experience. So she's having an outstanding year for us. Ashlyn Estes is a junior who we really we're counting on to play a lot of minutes, and I hope she'll be able to play before the end of the year. But she had a major surgery, and so she's out for a while, and we're hoping to get her back, but she's making some strong progress. And then you've got 7 sophomores, and they bring a lot of energy, and they work really hard on their own. They love basketball. They have a really high basketball IQ. Statistically right now, I'd say that Lakin Moore and Witten Coleman and Bailey Rittenberg are leading the way as far as minutes and statistics. And then right there, starting to get better and better every day, is Anna McCarn and Sarah Williams. And 2 of our most important teammates, Addison Ferris and Kiera Alkire, they have gotten in some varsity games as well. They come to practice every day, and all they care about is team. And the girls will tell you the most valuable player of the team is Bailey Morrison. She's our little manager. So it's a fun group. I just don't ever feel like I'm going to work. It's just so much fun. And me and my wife, Coach Lindsay Leonard, are really having a good time. And Skylar King, our girls' head soccer coach, is also on our staff this year, and we are having a blast.
One thing that I've noticed by watching the girls this year versus last year, and not taking anything away from the girls last year, but this group of girls that you've got now, they seem to be a little more relaxed for one, but they seem to be aggressive as well. They're going after the ball. They're not waiting for the ball to come to them.
Yeah, they're super aggressive. And honestly, if you really look at, if you start to compare just the last 2 years, I think it comes down to 2 things: just experience and the ball going in the hole. We still have some deficiencies, and the girls will tell you that Coach Leonard's not exactly pleased with our defense right now, especially our blocking out and rebounding. And then taking care of the ball. It's getting better, but I'd like for it to get better quicker. Those 2 areas, as well as this team scores, those 2 areas are hurting us. But when the ball goes in the hole, it camouflages a lot of things that maybe the fan doesn't see, but the head coach loses sleep over. And I don't know who's going to beat us when we start to be better, or as we improve defensively and rebound better, and then eliminate just a few less turnovers a game. And I really don't know who would beat this team if they continue to shoot the way they are.
It seems like the last couple of games that I've been able to watch, you've been plagued with turnovers. 20-something in both games. That's not usual for Lady Bomber basketball team.
And you can. That's lack of fundamentals, and in some areas from some of our kids. That's going hard, but there's an old saying that guards can need to go as hard as they can possibly go, but they have to be under control when they make a decision. And some of our kids play so hard that they are still trying to go hard when they make that pass. And that's, you got to be able to jump stop most of the time. And passing and catching is huge. If you can't pass and catch, how are you supposed to get the shots? And so as we have moved along through these 11 games, I've steadily seen a little bit of improvement, but not at the rate that we want. We're averaging right at 60 points a game. Last year we averaged 36 points a game. So to jump 24 points per game, a lot of it has to do with our style, sure, but you have to put the ball in the hole. So imagine what we could do if we were getting about 15 more shots a game. So our goal is to score 80 points a game. And it's scary to think how close they are to accomplishing that if they'll take care of the basketball and be better defensively.
That is another thing that I noticed by watching these girls play. They're not afraid to shoot the ball.
I don't want them to be afraid to shoot the ball, and I think that. I mean, that's why kids want to score. Everybody has a role, and everybody is good at their own thing, but it's fun to shoot the ball. And I've never told a kid you can't shoot, and we want all of them to take ownership in that, and I do want them to feel like they're the greatest shooter in the world. And my wife does an unbelievable job in practice. She gets 30 minutes a day with shooting drills, and the more they see it going in the hole, the better we are. And no matter what happens, 30 minutes a day, we're going to shoot the basketball, and we're probably going to get up. Each player is going to get up over 100 threes during that time.
It's amazing what that does for confidence.
It's repetition, and when they see that ball going in the hole, it means a lot.
Mm-hmm. What effect has the shot clock had on you?
Really hasn't affected us at all because we shoot it within 15 seconds, which we like. I think the misnomer, and I had people say it to me because I'm on so many clinics and things like that with the Arkansas Activities Association and High School Coaches Association, and the shot clock conversation would come up, and they'd be like, "Oh, we know you don't want it." And I think there was a misnomer out there that we were going to take the air out of the ball and slow it down, and we've had to do that some years because the playing field wasn't level as far as talent, and we had to. My job is to give our team the best chance to win. It's not the most fun to watch when teams do that, and it's not always the most fun to coach or play, but you got to give your kids the best chance to win. So getting back to the shot clock, I have always thought that would be great for us because I think we can guard somebody for 30 seconds. And it hasn't come into play for us offensively because we're letting it fly.
Mm-hmm.
We're pushing in transition and we're letting it fly. Now, it's I've seen it hurt some teams that we're playing.
Some of the folks that maybe watch and don't understand what the shot clock is about, can you explain when does it reset and how does that work?
Well, in high school, you've got 35 seconds from the time that you gain possession, whether it's after the other team made a basket or you get a steal or a defensive rebounds. When you go from defense to offense and you have possession of the ball, you have 35 seconds to score. And if you go down and you get a shot within that 35 seconds and you make it, then it starts for the other team.
In order for it to reset, Coach, it has to hit the rim?
It has to hit the rim, and you have to get you get the rebound, and it goes back to 35. So it's not real complicated. There's some things like at the higher levels where you start with, I think it's 30, and then if you get an offense rebound, it goes to 20 seconds. It's not there, and that might be something that happens one day, but right now it's, especially girls basketball, needed it really bad. It adds to the game for sure.
Keeps it moving.
It does.
So how does how hard was it for the girls to get used to doing that, and do they worry about it?
Well, no, I don't even think they think about it because, like I said, we shoot it so fast. It wasn't hard for us because Coach Husky worked so hard. We got new scoreboards in at the high school, and with putting those in, he did a great job of getting everything in. But then we ran into a little bit of a glitch with the shot clocks, so we weren't able to practice with them for a while. And they got in, and we didn't even worry about it. We knew from the way we were practicing and the style that we wanted to play that it wasn't really going to be a factor. Now we talk a little bit about 2-for-1s, which if say the end of the quarter is the other team makes a basket and the clock's still running, but they make a shot and there's 34 seconds on the clock, we will, if we know we want to get the last shot, we will take our time inbounding it and try to wait until it gets well, actually, I keep thinking the shot clock's 30, it's 35, but say it was 38 seconds on the clock, we would milk 4 or 5 seconds before we'd throw it in. That way we'd be under the shot clock, and we just hold it for one shot. But if we knew that we wanted to get 2 for 1, then we might push it down there and try to score, press, and get it back. So there's just different things that come into play a little bit like that. But again, we haven't been involved in any of those yet.
Hadn't been a whirlwind change, though.
No, I mean, we've had a couple of situations where we definitely were inside of 35 and we wanted to get 2 for 1. Those are some games we won pretty big, but it has not been a whirlwind of change for us at all.
Good deal. Time for a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Monday morning sports highlight. Coach Dell Leonard, Mountain Home Bomber, Lady Bomber basketball. Coach, we were talking about the shot clock and the effect that it's had on your team and the girls and how they're ready for it. You've played up in Missouri, and they don't have a shot clock.
Yeah.
How do they have to adjust to that?
Well, we played Branson in the finals of the Battle of the...
A very, very good game, by the way.
Battle at the Border, and final score was 65-64. And we actually only had 18 points in the first half. And it was one of those games where we were getting to the rim, we were getting wide open looks, but we just couldn't make two with a pencil. I mean, you're going to have an off night shooting occasionally. That's where you got to really rely on your defense. And we were down 15 with about a little under 2 minutes to go, and ended up taking the lead. And then they went down and hit a shot to take a 1 point lead, and we had a shot at the buzzer and didn't get it. But to answer your question, there was no shot clock in that game, or we might have scored 80 that night. But they did hold the ball on us at the end, and that's where it is different. You know, you can be down in Arkansas, you can be down 2 or 3 possessions with 3 minutes to go, and you don't have to foul because of the shot clock. And there at Missouri, you know, we had to go back to the old way we played before the shot clock at the end and foul. And you know, we've played Waynesville, Missouri, we've played Branson, Missouri, and then Tuesday night we have West Plains, Missouri. So it definitely makes a little bit of a difference when you have been playing with a shot clock.
That's the risk of having to play across the border, and it'll slow the game down quite a bit.
It will. We're going to try to do some things defensively to speed them up. So be a great non-conference game to work on some things.
Sure. You played a good game against is it Rogers Heritage that you played?
Rogers Heritage.
The other night, and then you turn right back around from Friday night playing, and you played again on Saturday at a tournament over at Flippin. Playing back-to-back games like that, does that take a toll on your young ladies?
It will, because of how hard we play and the style that we play, but we can handle it because we've got so many, we go so deep. And we did have some kids. The Rogers Heritage game, I second-guessed myself on some things. I wish, hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have just, I tell the kids all the time, whatever it is you do well, do that. And I kind of went back on that with my philosophy. And they had one player named Carly Castile, who is a unbelievable basketball player, but just an even better person. And she came to our camps from kindergarten through elementary, and I don't know how many years. I don't know if it was consecutive, but she was here a lot. And her grandparents are the Maliers, who live here in Mountain Home.
Okay.
And just an unbelievably awesome kid. But I knew that she could play, and she scored a 36 on her ACT, and she's going to West Point. And so you know, the old saying, played with scared cards. You know, I was like, I don't know if we need to press them, which is what we've been doing, because I'm afraid she'll get loose and scored 35 on us. Well, she scored 34 anyway, so I should have just stuck to my guns and play the way we play, you know. But honestly, what killed us, I believe, the game plan we had would have worked great had we rebounded and taken care of the ball. But looking back on that, I ended up playing 6 kids, and we usually rotate 9, and lost 60-58, and had 2 chances to win at the end. And so go home Friday night, and I'm thinking, well, I just wore 6 kids out. You know, we got a game in less than 12 hours at Flippin'. So the next day, some of those girls who should have played in the Friday night game, had we just stuck to the script, they gave us a lot of great minutes Saturday. And we ended up winning by 21, but I'm going to be real honest with you, it could have been a lot worse. So,
a tournament like that you played in on Saturday, is it bracket play? How does that work?
That was just what they call a classic. Coach Greenhall's been doing that. You know, they have the RVS tournament there at Flippin', which is bracket play, and then they just have a classic where basically they're just on a Saturday, they're just inviting a lot of schools in.
Just get some games
just
in.
Play basketball.
Get some good play time.
Yeah, there's no.
So there was no game after the Jasper game. Y'all were done when you were finished.
And there's no hardware, given out. It's just you're just getting a game. So against maybe someone that you haven't played against. You know, so it's kind of a neat deal being able to create some unique matchups.
And those smaller schools, they get a lot more playing time before y'all do.
Oh yeah, and we played a team that was pretty good and got a kid that signed to play, NCAA Division II. I mean, we weren't going over there and playing against a weak sister. I mean, we had to go play. So.
And it got some of you younger girls some time to get on the court.
Yeah, but they're getting on the. I mean, our younger girls are getting on the court. I mean, they're not.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier you've got 7 sophomores playing. And it's nice that you have 7 sophomores that are playing, not just 7 sophomores that are on the team.
Yeah, they're contributing.
That's awesome.
So,
So you've had a busy schedule to now. You've played 11 games to this point. What's coming up in the future?
Tuesday night we go to West Plains. They're the #1 team in their classification in Missouri, and I'm super excited about that one. You don't ever want to look ahead, but I'm probably even more excited about coming back home Thursday night. We don't play on Thursday night much, so I don't really know how that happened opposed to Friday night. Honestly, that was originally a boys' game, and I believe Paragle's the one that asked for the Thursday night. So a real quick turnaround, and then you're playing. So it's going to be kind of like a really good practice if you get to those playoffs. It's understanding how to get turned around and play quickly. And then the following week we go to Nettleton, who's undefeated, and I believe they're #2 in 5A right now. So Paragle's going to be right there in the top 3 or 4. So we got a really good run of teams here that we're getting ready to play. And then our holiday tournament, December the 27th, 28th, and 29th, has some of the best teams in Arkansas and Missouri. And it's just going to be really good for us. And going into conference, I looked at our schedule knowing that we were going to have a young roster, and that even our older ones hadn't experienced a lot of success in the way of wins. And I was super concerned when I looked at our schedule, like, how many games are we going to win? And you look up and we're 7-4 and probably could be 11-0. So I've said it. It's been, I can't explain it any other way except to say that it's been a lot of fun.
The holiday tournament that's coming up, the 27th, 28th, and 29th, that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. How many teams are coming in?
There'll be 8 teams on the girls' side, 8 teams on the boys' side. It's the Ultimate Auto Group sponsors us, and every team in it is guaranteed 3 games. So the bracket just goes both ways, and it's. I feel like I don't know that it's the best tournament in the state, but if there's a better one, they're going to have to really go to work.
How many gyms will you use?
The first day, we will use the junior high gym and the high school gym just to keep teams from having to get here so early during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it'll just be the high school gym.
So play in the afternoon there on the 26th?
27th. Yeah, they'll start a little later. And then the next 2 days, they'll start in the morning. So.
And that tournament's been going on. Well, we lost a year for COVID, but that's been going on how long?
A long time. A long time.
As long as you've been here?
Yeah, I'd actually started a few years after I'd had the job. So this is year 28 for me, so it's got to be 20 plus.
It's awesome to have that continuing. I know teams look forward to coming here to play that.
They do, and we've had some teams that have come every year. And I mean, of course, when you put them up in hotels and you feed them and give them cash for travel, a lot of them come, and want to come. We have a long waiting list. But for us, it's 3 home games. It's when people come in and pay that gate money, and it's creating revenue for our travel, which is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Booster Club does an absolutely outstanding job. Bailey Bodenhammer and Matt Martin we couldn't do it without them, and Bruce Jones has been involved for years. I probably should not have started mentioning names because I'm going to forget somebody, but we actually have a meeting this week. We do it the right way, and those names that I mentioned are the reason why, but also because we have the best athletic director in the state, and he just does things right. And if we're going to do something at Mountain Home, it's going to be done right.
And do it the right way. If you can't do it right, don't do it at all.
That's right.
There you go. It's time for a quick break. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders. as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey,
Hey,
what
wait.
are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Monday morning sports highlights, and this morning we've got Coach Dell Leonard with us. We're talking everything Lady Bombers basketball, but right now I want to take it just a second. Coach Leonard, you may not know this, but we've got a young man that wrestles in Mountain Home High School that has won 100 matches in his high school career.
I heard about that.
And I want to congratulate Austin Mighty Mouse Callies on his 100th high school career win. Scooter, how many athletes in Arkansas can say they've won 100 matches in wrestling?
Not very many. I know there's not very many, and he's the first from Mountain Home. So
yeah, and that's a big feat.
Is that just sophomore through senior year, or does the ninth grade year count as well?
Not freshman year counts.
Still, that's impressive. 25 wins plus per year.
And this season's young.
Yeah.
You know, what is he? 11-0 this year.
Yeah, I believe so.
You know, so that's exciting. He's a two-time returning state champion. Just awesome. He does a really good job. Except his parents have gone off the deep end, Coach, and they're going skiing over Christmas break.
Is that right?
Right before wrestling season gets really kicked off good.
Wow.
Now, ask me how many times this young man's been skiing before in his life.
Well,
it's risky.
It's a little risky. That's a little risky.
He'll be all right.
How did the boys fare overall? Do you know?
They did really well. I'm not sure what the final score was, and it's kind of tough because team points really didn't come into play for the fact that you had 16 teams and there's no way you can play out every bracket, so they broke them up in pools, A, B, and C, so you only faced the people that were in your pool. So it was kind of hard to tell. I know that we had a few kids or a number of them that did really well. Michael Davis, I know, did really well. The Lags did great. McCoy, hate to mention names, but there was a number of them.
Mm-hmm.
They had 3 gyms going at one time, all in 3 separate locations. I was with Travis in the varsity gym pretty much all day, but it was kind of tough to see what was going on in the other gyms and be up to speed because we were so busy in that front gym. But everybody did really well. We ran a lot of JVs out there, which was really good to get them some mat time, some experience. So it was a lot of fun.
We also want to say congratulations, Mountain Home Flyers. They took a whole gamut of kids over to Springdale. 700 wrestlers at Springdale over the
biggest
weekend.
Tournament. It broke the record.
Yeah, it was a big tournament. I had a bunch of first place winners. I know their heavyweight, Fraunfelter, did real well. Not only did he win his championship, but he was also named wrestler of the division. So that's pretty good too. Just
Flyers are doing an outstanding job. They really are.
We just want to make sure we mention those guys. Keep that going. It's a good feeder program. Coach Leonard, there's a lot of basketball going on tonight. We've got several games at the Mountain Home Junior High Gym. West Memphis East comes to town for 8th grade. It starts at 5 o'clock. Then there's 2 girls games going on over at Salem. Those games will also start at 5 o'clock. With all the changes in conferences and things, what's the Lady Bombers and the Bombers, what conference are they playing in, and who's the new teams and who are the old teams that have gone out?
Well, before I say that, I want to wish Coach Noah Shagnon good luck tonight. It'll be his first night to coach our junior high, so we're excited about that. The 5A West is our conference, and it's the same that it's been, except Valonia left and Harrison took their place. So when you look at the teams in our league, you've got Greenwood, Russellville, Alma, of course, Mountain Home, and then you've got Greenbrier, Van Buren, and I know that I knew I'd get stuck on this.
Where's
here.
Lake Hamilton at?
They're in the south.
Okay.
Lake Hamilton's not in our league. So Greenwood, Mountain Home, Russellville, Alma, Van Buren, Greenbrier. I'm stuck. I can't think of Asylum Springs and Harrison. So that's the 8 teams in our league, and there won't be an easy night for myself, our girls, or Coach Fulcher, Coach Morris, and the boys. It's tough every night. If you have a bad night in the 5A West, you're going to lose, and that's the thing, that it's a grind and it's tough. So we feel like both our boys are having a great year as well, and we just feel like that our non-conference this year is really preparing us for a tough conference run in January and February. And we've both dealt with a little bit of the flu bug and this and that, some sickness. On the girls' side, it's mainly just caused us to miss a few practices. Knock on wood, I hope that we can stay healthy as the flu runs through Arkansas. Our boys, on the other hand, have lost some kids in games, and it's hurt them a couple times. So the biggest thing is that we stay healthy, and I like the way things are panning out for the boys and the girls.
When does the actual conference season start, Coach?
January the 6th. We'll have our holiday tournament, and then we'll have a little bit of time off, and then we come back, and it's a Friday night at Salem Springs on January 6th. Opens up conference this year.
And is it you play there once, they come here once? Is that the way it works out through the conference?
Yeah, everybody plays at home and everybody plays on the road, so you play everybody twice.
Can you talk any about the junior high teams, how they're doing? And
yeah, both teams are having really good years. Our junior high girls started out, I believe, 4-0, and then they lost in the finals of a tournament over in Rogers. They have started, the junior high is a little different. They have played a couple conference games. I guess the best way to define the girls' season up to this point is Harrison has a really nice junior high girls team. And through way of tournaments and the schedule, we had to play Harrison 3 times, once at home, once in a tournament at Rogers, and once at Harrison. So to have to play the same team 3 times in 1 year is tough enough, but when you play the same team 3 times in less than a month, that's really hard, and especially when you've beat them the first 2 times and then had to play them a 3rd time at Harrison, and then our junior high girls went over there and beat them again. It says a lot about their resiliency, and it's a tough group. Those 9th graders, I like them a lot. We like them. They're winners. They're tough. They're resilient, and I think they'll fit right in when they step into the junior high gym next year.
Does the junior high follow the same conference as the high school?
No, it's different. It's different. Please don't ask me to tell you the teams in the junior high conference. They go east, and we go west, and that's the way it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Greene County Tech, Paragould, West Memphis, Marion, Jonesboro. Those guys over there.
Do the basketball teams report their stats like they do for football to like SB Live or Max
We
Preps?
do.
Y'all keep that up pretty often?
We're just required to turn the scores in, and we got to do it within 24 hours of when the game ends.
Just the scores?
Just the scores. We
No
don't have to
stats.
do total statistics. Now we have those on Huddle. We just use them. I mean, we stat our own games, and we use them for our own benefit. We also stat the other team. Like if we get 5 games on our opponent, we'll stat all 5 games to help us with scouting. Of course, you use those to help kids with college coaches and things like that. We try to do that for our kids. I'm not a big fan of self-promoters and things like that. I think that I wish that you could see more kids today that would get on Twitter and talk about their team instead of who they're talking to or who they're looking at signing with, and there's a lot of coaches that self-promote as well, but I think it has to be about the team. And so we try to work really hard for our kids. We don't put a lot of individual statistics out there, but we do that stuff for the college coaches.
At what point do college coaches start showing an interest in a young lady to play basketball?
Well, I mean, in today's world, I've heard talking to kids in the 7th grade, but honestly, if you got a young lady who's really serious about college and that's something she wants to do, she needs to be, high school coaches need to be in communication with colleges by the time she goes into the summer before her junior year, and that 11th grade year is huge. But she also needs to be in a good AAU program, because that's the season when college coaches can actually watch games, because they're playing the same time we are. But it's a lot of different ways to help your kids. Like if I've got a kid that wants to go to a certain college, then that's where we'll go to team camp, or maybe she'll go to an individual camp there. And then we just open that line of communication and try to develop a relationship with those coaches. Of course, when you've been doing it for a while, you probably already know them. So, and if they have any respect for your program, they're going to contact you, and that happens a lot.
You've put through your coaching, you've had several girls go on to the next level. You have any currently playing now?
If right now,
got a Gilbert girl that's playing.
She's at a I thought you were asking about our current high school team.
No. The ones that have gone on to play the next level.
I mean, yeah, Emma Martin's at Pitt State, having a great career there. I mean, it's a great program. I mean, I actually went over and watched them practice, and they love our type kids, and they're having a good year, and she's having she's just doing well, not just in the engineering department and in the athletic side of it. And we keep up, and of course I talk to her dad a lot, and she's doing great academically and athletically. And Kate Gilbert is at Evangel in Springfield.
As a coach, it's got to make you feel good that you've got girls that are going on doing what they love, but they're also excelling academically wherever they're at.
Yeah, we tell them all the time, don't know here at Mountain Home if we're ever going to coach anyone that's going to be in the WNBA. So, it's all academics always come first. And the thing about our kids is they're going to be so good usually with their GPA and the academic side of it that's why college coaches, if the kid's able to play, that's why college coaches love Mountain Home kids, because they can save one of those athletic scholarships and give them an academic.
Speaking of that, Mountain Home had cross-country runners signed on Friday. 3 girl softball players signed on Friday, the Crab Girls and Mallory Drury. And then Amelia Fraunfelter signed on Friday as well to go. And that's another example of the academics melding in well with sports.
And I think Kai Bickford signed as well.
Well, that's what I meant for cross-country. Yeah, that's who I was meaning for cross-country. Kai Bickford signed. And, it's just a good testament for what goes on here at Mountain Home. Not only are they athletically inclined, but they're academically inclined as well. Coach Leonard, we appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning. Girls basketball is just basically started. You got 11 games under your belt, but the season's young and things are going on. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you watching. We'll see you tomorrow.